Nora, as Ned, also went on about 30 dates with women, mostly arranging them on the internet.
Did you have any fun?
Rarely.
Because women are not fun creatures. See, she had to think she finally seen it from the eyes of a man. Did you have any fun? No. Because there's nothing to like other than wanting to fuck bitches. There's nothing else to like about 99 out of 99.8 of them. Right? This is what I be trying to tell y'all. Like just fuck them. There's nothing to like. They're not likable. There's nothing to like about most. Every now and then you'll find one. Every now and then you'll find one or two. But there is nothing to like. She said it right there. Did you ever have fun? No. Rarely. Rarely means no. She had no fun. She's in love with him. And she loves the fact that she loves that he don't love her. Woman, they're not this magical being, this magical creature. They're not this higher intellectual creature. No, it's mental for many different reasons. Okay, I say a large percent of the reason is because she was being offered sex, a lot more sex at a lot earlier ages from the boys her own ages and up. And even boys younger than her. From the time she was 12 and 13, she was fucking 16, 17, 20-year-olds, all right? Accept it. It's the fucking reality. And she was getting offered sex from 35, 40-year-old dudes down the street, all right? That's just the fucking brutal fucking truth because she's a woman. So it's run her system much faster at a much earlier age. That's the only difference. Now, there are other situations of why it could be mental too. Usually it's because somebody hurt her. Like the hot guy. She found out that she wasn't the only girl the hot guy in school was talking to and was fucking. So she got her feelings hurt by that. Or it's mental because she knows she's not pretty enough to keep up with prettier girls than her. So she converted off that physical shit and went on and forced herself to only think on a mental level because woman has low self-esteem on average. But yeah, that's about it. Fucking gnat just flew in. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Whereas for men, Nora says, sexuality is, shall we say, below the waist.
At its core, it's a bodily function. It's a necessity. It is such a powerful drive, and I think because we don't have testosterone in our systems, we don't understand how hard it is.
No, you don't understand how hard it is because somebody's trying to offer you sex all the fucking time. That's why you don't. See, this ain't this magical difference between man and woman. The reason why you don't understand it as a woman is because somebody is always willing to use an extra piece of side pussy, so you will never be told no. So woman's perspective is completely different on the whole matter. That's it. It's no fucking magical difference. All right. You are not some magical fucking creature because you're a fucking woman on the planet. All right. Most of the reasons why women are upset is because they can't find somebody to check them. And then when they do, they might check them too hard and then their feelings going to be hurt. That's what it's all going to boil down to. Okay.
So it never gets cold? Where are you back in Australia?
Throughout the project, Ned dabbled in the art of picking up a woman.
Where'd your friend go?
We went with him to this bar wearing hidden cameras.
This is my friend JC. I'm Ned.
Nora was reminded that in this arena, it's women who have all the power.
We sit there and we just with one word, no, will crush someone. And
it's beautiful, isn't it? It's because you don't even have to do anything. Just fucking sit there and exist and wait for somebody to fuck you. That's all you gotta do in the world. And all you is sit down and like what woman does, because you don't create shit, you don't initiate shit. You'll create something and on aid of somebody else initiating it, but you don't do nothing. You fucking sit around and you wait for somebody to fuck you. That's all you do. You gotta love it.
Just with one word, no, will crush someone. And the
Love
thing is, we don't have to do the part where you cross the room and you go up to a stranger and say the first words. And those first words are so hard to say without sounding like a cheese ball or sounding like a jerk or whatever else.
Yeah. You see, That's called actually taking initiative. It's hard taking initiative, ain't it? It's hard. It's hard to have some courage in the world, ain't it? When you could just sit around and wait for biology to take place, and a man wants to fuck you before you have to actually do something. It's hard taking initiative, ain't it? It's so tough. Initiative is tough. That's not equality. That's not the equality we want.
And you go up to a stranger and say the first words. And those first words are so hard to say without sounding like a cheese ball or sounding like a jerk or whatever else. And what do you guys do?
Nora says the brush-off Barbara Jones gave Ned was typical.
She was just sort of emblazoned with hostility, just looked at you and you saw everything cross her face, which was, oh, God, help me, not again. I'm trying to have a drink with a friend and I've got to deal with you.
Barbara was trying to dispose of Ned before her friend returned from the bathroom.
Anyway, we haven't seen each other in a while, so just I've got to head out to the mom.
But Ned returned and told Barbara the truth about her gender.
Saying you gave us all the lines, like, try to get rid of us. I see it, and as a woman, I have such sympathy. I'm like, oh, I hate being this guy that you're trying to get rid of.
Talking to a woman, Barbara seemed more open and friendly, and in the end, actually apologized for how she had treated Ned.
So I'm sorry for being bitchy.
Please.
Does that kind of living in the skin of a...
Really? Okay, first off, she knows she's on camera. Like this, this is the audacity of bitches. This is the audacity of bitches. They can make an entire fucking documentary where they pretend to be a man, go out, try to approach bitches, get fucking hardcore rejected, and then have the bitch say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you was a man, and put this shit on fucking national television. Like, it's okay to treat men like shit. This is what bitches do. This is how dumb bitches are. They dumb as hell.
Treated Ned.
So I'm sorry for being bitchy.
Please.
Does that kind of living in the skin of a man in the bar scene, in the dating scene, give you a different kind of respect for men?
It gives me a certain definite sympathy. And I don't mean that there's any disrespect, but it just makes me understand what's going on.
Nora, as Ned, also went on about 30 dates with women, mostly arranging them on the internet. Did you have any fun?
Rarely.
Because women are not fun creatures. See, she had to think she finally seen it from the eyes of a man. Did you have any fun? No. Because there's nothing to like other than wanting to fuck bitches. There's nothing else to like about 99 out of 99.8 of them. Right? This is why I be trying to tell y'all, like just fuck them. There's nothing to like. They're not likable. There's nothing to like about most. Every now and then you'll find one. Every now and then you'll find one or two. But there is nothing to like. She said right there. Did you ever have fun? No. Rarely. Rarely means no. She had no fun. There is nothing fun about a bitch other than wanting to fuck her. After that, I always say this all the time, man. Like, okay, let's say if by next week, the entire world went blind and deaf, right? And the only way we could communicate was through like some type of text messaging braille system. Women would literally die completely within a maximum of 4 months. I'd give them 4 months to survive, and they'd be like starving and barely. They'd be starved unless they accidentally broke into a grocery store on accident and snuck in and got some food that way. Women cannot sell themselves in any ways other than getting fucked. That's it. That's the only purpose. That's the only thing keeping most of them alive, is that somebody wanted to fuck them and thought they can fuck them if they hired them at their job as a secretary or some silly shit like that. But like every now and then you find one who's like a decent doctor or a decent attorney, every now and then you'll find some of those. But most of the time, the only reason I remember I came across this bitch in a expat group because this dude, he wanted to come over here to teach. And I told him my honest opinion, like, look, if you're trying to teach English alone, like, you're going to be struggling on that wage. And in Europe, because Europe just don't value English teachers like that. Asian countries will. They'll pay your flight out there. They pay for your food. They pay for your lodging. And they pay you a stipend. And they pay for everything and the training. Asian countries will do that. My first offer was in China to do it, actually. But Europe just don't value that shit. Right? So motherfuckers, they fuck around up. And guess what? The girl says, "Oh, I didn't have that experience. I did," and she was a pretty girl. And see, and you can't explain. Women don't. Well, you can, but woman's need for validation for being an attractive woman will override any admirable qualities about what she's doing and why she's doing it. All right, that woman was getting tutoring jobs and shit because people want to fuck her. All right, women. Okay. I say it's probably about half. Half women don't truly understand that the whole reason they getting jobs is because somebody there wanted to fuck them, so they hired them. Or two, they understand it and they just don't care because now it's my body. Well, it's my body, so I do what I want with my body. And she's getting high off of that ego trip of getting hired because she knows that boss wants to fuck her. Like I'm telling you, outside of fucking. Outside of the possibility of like when you hiring a bitch, your imagination imagines shoving your dick down her throat or up her ass or fucking her or some shit. If you strip away, if any hiring agency was to strip away any possibility, like I said, if there was another disease where like every hole on a woman, even like making a hand job hole with her hand, if she just couldn't form any crevice to stick a dick in, and she had to go out there and fight, she'd be useless. She couldn't get a job. Nobody would fuck with her. Bitches, either they don't understand it or they do understand it and they just don't care.